Good. So this year's forum is centered around the theme of innovating for safer food, less waste, and better nutrition. Now, in a world where our food systems are more interconnected than ever, ensuring that safety of what we eat is not just a priority, it's actually a shared responsibility. So, and at the same time, I think there's a lot of challenges facing our food systems, and those challenges are quite complex. But today, we want to speak about the solutions. So we will hear from representatives from private and public sector, international organizations, and standard developers. We will also explore the solutions I've just talked about during the forum, which will align perfectly with this year's World Food Safety Day theme, which is Food Safety, Science in Action. Now, my name is Jackie Njonjo, and I am the Africa lead for the IFC Food Safety, Food Loss and Waste and Food Fortification Advisory Program, which provides services to private sector, which are aimed at improving standards and speeding up business growth. Now, I will be your guide for the day, ensuring that, one, we stay on schedule, and also provide you with all the necessary information on this forum. Now, I would like again to welcome all of you, the Kenyan authorities, the international organization, representatives from the private sector, and our media friends. I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping, and I think we should have a QR code come on the screen. There is a QR code. For all of you who may not have scanned it, there's a QR code that's just appearing on the screen. If you haven't downloaded the event app, please go ahead and just scan that particular code. And that code is going to help you check the schedule of the different sessions that we have today, as well as information about the different speakers, and last but not least, the break times and any other details that you may be after. Now, the conference Twitter hashtag is #IFC Food Safety. We're really looking forward to following your reflections on the forum, and we want to keep the conversation going now, today, and even after the event. Now, it's time to start, so let me invite to the stage for the opening remarks Mr. Henrik Pedersen, IFC's Regional Industry Director, Manufacturing, Agribusiness, and Services. Mr. Henrik, please come on stage. I'd also like to invite Mr. Nyimiao Fan, the World Bank Division Director for Kenya, Rwanda, Somalia, and Uganda. Next, I'd like to invite Ms. Alicia Saucer, the First Secretary for Development, Global Affairs, Canada. Unfortunately, we haven't got a government representative just yet. Oh, I'm very sorry, we do. Apologies. I'd like to invite Dr. William Akwimbi, the Senior Deputy Director, Livestock, Policy Research and Regulations. Please welcome. I now would like to hand the floor over to Mr. Henrik Pedersen to kick us off. Henrik, welcome.
Good morning. I assume you can hear me well. I guess if you're not awake by now, there's nothing else we can do. Excellent coffee outside and the drummers, right? So, but great to be here. So again, my name is Henrik Pedersen. I'm IFC's Regional Industry Director for Manufacturing, Agribusiness and Services. Now I oversee our investments across the African continent and also our advisory and upstream activities. So I'm based in Nairobi. So this is my home. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to IFC's 12th International Food Safety Forum under the theme of innovating for safer food, less waste, and better nutrition. So I would also like to extend a special welcome to our private sector partners and our esteemed colleagues from the government of Kenya, represented by Senior Deputy Director, Livestock Policy, Research and Regulation, Dr. William Akwimbi. I hope I got your title right, so it's very good. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our generous donors, the Government of Canada, the Global Agriculture and Food Safety Program, also called GAFSP, the Facility for Investment Climate Advisory Services, FIAS, and Rutuba. Their invaluable support has driven progress in food safety and nutrition globally and made today's event possible, so thank you very much. I would also like to acknowledge two colleagues who are here with us today. Chimao Fan, the World Bank Country Director for Kenya, Rwanda, Somalia, and Uganda, and Mary Porter-Pesca, IFC Director for East Africa. So again, thanks for joining us today. Science is the core of food safety programs. Systems. To underscore this point, this year's World Food Safety Day on June 7, I guess in a couple of days, is focused on food safety, science in action. Building on that theme, today's forum will, among other topics, explore how innovation rooted in science can improve food safety, reduce waste, and enhance nutrition. Food safety has long been one of the cornerstones of IFC's support for the agribusiness sector, both in Africa, but also globally. And we see this forum as an effective platform for convening stakeholders across the food sector to address challenges and share practical solutions. But let's not forget the stakes are high. According to the World Health Organization, every year contaminated food and drinks make about 91 million Africans sick. This is roughly 1 out of 13. And cause about 137,000 deaths. This makes Africa the region with the highest burden of foodborne disease globally. The health toil is obvious, but there's also an economic price to pay for unsafe food, including through lost productivity and lost confidence in the food sector. And I think this is a key contributor why Africa is importing about $65 billion of food every year. And Africa can feed itself. I think this is a challenge we all should take on, and we for sure are. This is in spite of agriculture and agribusiness, the foundation of many African economies, supporting jobs, export, and of course food security. The continent is still marked by fragmented industry ecosystem, weakly connected value chains, hindering progress, efficiency, and trade. To address these challenges, the World Bank Group is working with partners to support interconnected, climate resilient and competitive agri-food value chains. Our goal is to create more and better jobs while improve food and nutrition security, strengthen national food system is central in this effort. Our programs are designed to empower the private sector, recognizing the critical role food business play in ensure food safety and security. Our commitment to agribusiness is strong and growing. IFC has, in the past 12 months, on the continent of Africa, invested about $850 million in agri, in what we call core agri. And if you include a link further in the value chain retail or a link before fertilizer, we have invested in the past 12 months about $1.5 billion in this sector, in Africa. And the World Bank has even larger programs. So, the World Bank's group president last year at the annual meeting, he announced that the World Bank will double its commitment to agriculture and agribusiness, and from about a current level, annual level of $4.5 billion to $9 billion. And we'll mobilize an additional $5 billion, and this is aimed to double by 2030. And just remember, 2030 is actually just around the corner. So we have a very big commitment, a lot of work ahead of us. The World Bank, we are also formulating a new global agri-strategy. We call it Agri-Connect, and it's about connecting things to develop value chains, create jobs, improve food safety and security in Africa and other regions. The strategy involves many approaches, including supporting agronomy, soil management, providing farmers extension service, training, education, access to input, developing rural infrastructure policies, and introducing tech solutions. I'm sure there's also more components of this, but these are some of the core of them. The private sector is essential to Agri-Connect because farmers ultimately need to be connected to the market, and technology and best practice often come from the private sector. That's why we are very excited. We both have representatives from the private and the public sector here with us today. Achieving this vision is impossible without this partnership, prioritizing food safety, food loss prevention, better nutrition component that are embedded across the program design. So, during today's forum, you will hear more about IFC's work in agribusiness in Africa, including the Africa Food Safety Advisory Program, which provides training and help business adopt international food safety standards and reduce post-harvest losses. Today's discussion will also focus on the critical connection between food safety and prevention and reduction of food loss and waste. We will emphasize the importance of safe and nutritious food, and will explore the vital role of women play across the food value chain. And speaking of important women in the food sector, I'm particularly pleased to welcome Dr. Salih, Director of the African Union Inter-African Bureau for Animal Resources, AU-IBAR. IFC and AU-IBAR have developed a robust program of activities aimed at raising awareness among food safety agencies across a dozen African countries. So, through the shared vision and strong partnership among the public and private sector, along with development partner that is improving food safety standards across Africa for the benefit of consumer businesses and individual countries. With this diverse range of experts joining us today, I'm confident this forum will generate actionable ideas and strategies and inform real-world food safety solution. And now I'm pleased to hand over the floor to my colleague, Chimao Fan. I'm confident he will echo the importance of collaboration and joint effort is achieving better results in food safety. His participation here today also reflects the very strong One World Bank Group approach, where we embrace and leverage the expertise and support of IBRD and IFC to serve the countries we operate in. So again, thank you for your attention, and I look forward to some impactful discussion here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Henrique. Distinguished guests, partners, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. As we say in Kenya, Jambo, Karibu. I'm delighted to join you here at IFC's 12th International Food Safety Forum. I think we are all here today, whether you are from the private sector, governments, development partner institutions, or academia, with a shared commitment to building safer, healthier, and more resilient food systems. I think you would all agree that advancing food safety from farm-level practices to food processing, digital traceability systems, and regulatory frameworks is really critical to building resilient food systems. Although we've made great strides in improving food safety in recent decades, I think the challenges have grown much more complex. And there are increasing risks linked to climate change, very rapid urbanization, shifting consumption patterns, and globalized value chains. Clearly, the complex challenges we face today cannot be addressed with yesterday's tools. To tackle these emerging threats and opportunities, I think we need forward-thinking approaches and innovative solutions. And that is why discussions around innovations really lie at the heart of this forum. When I say innovations, I don't just mean innovations in technology, the use of digital tools, but also new and innovative ways of thinking about food safety policies, regulations, institutions, and indeed the way of how business is done. Another important area for discussion today will be on preventing and reducing food loss and waste. Progress in this area, I think, can have quite dramatic impacts on food security, because globally, an estimated 1/3 of all food produced every year is lost or wasted. And much of this amount is because of improper handling, inadequate storage, and spoilages. In addition, preventing food loss and waste can help reduce impacts on the environment, as global food systems contribute around 1/3 of total annual greenhouse gas emissions. And food waste causes approximately half of these emissions. As Henrik mentioned, the World Bank Group is supporting efforts to address these challenges through our advice and technical assistance to governments on policies and regulations, through our investments in climate-smart agriculture and food systems resilience, and more importantly, through supporting directly the private sector. For example, through our Ag Results program, we're incentivizing the private sector to invest in high-impact agricultural innovations that benefit smallholder farmers. Similarly, our West Africa Food System Resilience Program is helping countries adopt cutting-edge solutions to improve efficiency, reduce loss, and expand equitable access to food. However, improving access to food, safe food, is really only a first step. Food must not only be safe, it must also be nutritious and affordable. Do you know that actually every dollar invested in combating malnutrition yields a $23 return through better health outcomes and increased productivity? I think you would all agree that is an excellent investment. And this also underscores the fact that nutrition security, ensuring all people have access to food that meets their dietary needs, is the foundation for human capital and, I believe, long-term economic growth.
Of Agriculture and Livestock Development, unwavering commitment to ensuring that our livestock sector meets the highest standards of safety and quality. Food safety is not a regulatory requirement. It is a fundamental pillar that supports public health, consumer trust, and the overall reputation of our agricultural products. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent times, we have seen significant strides in enhancing food safety within our crop and livestock sector. The ministry has been at the forefront of promoting robust standards that ensure our agricultural and livestock products are safe for consumption. This commitment is reflected in our continuous efforts to address food loss and waste, which remains a pressing issue. By implementing innovative solutions and sustainable practices, we are not only safeguarding our food supply, but also promoting efficient resource utilization. Technology plays a pivotal role in our journey towards improved food safety. Advanced technology are being leveraged to enhance the efficiency and traceability of food supply chain, reduce food loss, and ensure that our livestock products meet the highest safety standards. These technological advancements are crucial in our fight against malnutrition and in promoting overall health through initiatives such as food fortification. Moreover, the ministry is dedicated to fostering opportunities for business development by engaging both the private and public sectors. This collaboration is essential in promoting the best practices in food safety, food loss prevention, and food fortification. By sharing knowledge and best practices, we can learn from regional and global leaders and apply these insights to our local context. Ladies and gentlemen, the Livestock Transformation Steering Committee, which I chair, comprised of leaders from the private and public sectors addressing growth and commercialization of the sector. One of the key initiatives of the Livestock Sector Steering Committee is the transition to quality-based milk pricing, which endeavors to reward farmers for practices that contribute to food safety with economic incentives aligned with health and safety practices. This initiative is led by the private sector, and we have seen great traction and enthusiasm across the value chains actors where it is implemented in addition to measurable improved food safety parameters. However, we must also acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. Ensuring food safety is an ongoing process that requires continuous improvement and vigilance. The impact of climate change on our livestock and food safety can't be overlooked, and adaptive measures must be taken to mitigate these effects. The ministry has also been actively involved in several key projects and initiatives, including supporting projects that aim to fortify food with vital micronutrients such as vitamin A, D, and E. These include providing grants and advisory services to build internal capacity and demonstrate the efficiency and effectiveness of food fortification. Furthermore, establishment of these free zones for livestock and National Livestock Traceability System, ANITRAC, both ongoing initiatives in the ministry, will not only improve the safety and traceability of livestock products available in the market, but also open up markets that are not currently accessible due to stringent food safety and traceability standards. Recent statistics highlight the progress we have made. One, there is a reduction in foodborne diseases. Over the past year, there has been a 15% reduction in foodborne diseases attributed to improved food safety practices. Two, there has been increased compliance with safety standards. The number of livestock products complying with international food safety standards has increased by 20%. Three, there has been enhanced training programs. More than 50 agricultural officers and professionals have been trained in an advanced food safety protocols, leading to better implementation of safety measures. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development remains committed to enhancing food safety in Kenya's livestock sector by promoting robust standards, leveraging technology and fostering collaboration. We are paving the way for a safer and more sustainable future. I look forward to the insightful discussions and innovative solutions that will emerge from this forum. Thank you. I wish you all a productive and engaging forum. Thank you.
Thank you.